Well, another day, another Muskcapade, and I can't get enough. As Uncle Ben used to say before they took his black ass off the box. Perfect every time. Oh God, I'm gonna be banned one day. Rip Jimmy Fallon started trending on the 15th of November. I looked at it and wrote it off. Frankly, I don't care if Jimmy Fallon lives or dies. But my first thought when seeing it was, oh damn, I guess he's getting roasted for his failing ratings. A logical conclusion if I ever thought of one, and I'm the smartest person I know. This one tweet set off a snowball effect from Eclipse Shade.
Gone but not forgotten. Rest in peace, King. September 19th, 1974 to November 15th, 2022. Rip Jimmy Fallon.
And it's a photo of James Corden, who was also getting canceled for being a douchebag at like a lunch bar or something like that. People began memeing all over him on Twitter, which made Jimmy Fallon interesting for the first time in a long time for a whole 24 hours. If I was him, I'd have been on cloud 9. You can't pay for this level of good publicity anymore. You know, people faking your death in a funny and humorous manner. What a treat! Better to be thought dead and funny than alive and ignored. Jimmy Fallon has been good since Saturday Night Live in like the 90s, laughing in the background while Will Ferrell carries him through an entire sketch. Hell, an entire season. Of course, Fallon did what any good old-fashioned Hollywood insider would do. He complained directly to Elon Musk to shut it down. What a fun guy.
Elon, can you fix this hashtag Rip Jimmy Fallon? And Elon Musk is like, fix what?
Exactly. What is there to fix? It's a goofy meme. Calm your... This video is brought to you by Established Titles. Once upon a time, before cell phones, cars, central heating, and alimony payments, Scottish historians spoke of a time when people who owned great swaths of land were called lords and ladies, duchesses and dukes, and not the Kardashians. Established Titles allows you to buy 1 square foot of land or more on the private estate of Eldeston to officially call yourself a lord or lady. It is a project based in historic Scottish custom. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland. They work with global charities, One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforest efforts. There are 3 packs to choose from: Lordship, Ladyship, and Couples packs. By the way, each title pack comes with an official certificate with crest. Your certificate features a unique plot number, with which you can see the exact location of your land. Established Titles plants a tree with every order. This is an official title that you can put on your credit card, plane ticket, or even dating profiles. And remember, this isn't about your ego. You're fighting deforestation. You're a philanthropist. You are a kind and generous lord. Add that to your dating profile. Established Titles has told me that the first 200 people to purchase this title package using my link will effectively be next to my plot. It makes a great last-minute gift. Go to establishedtitles.com/itsagundam and help support the channel. They are now running a massive Black Friday sale, plus 10% off any purchase with the code itsagundam. Thanks to Established Titles for sponsoring this video.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but for the last 24 hours, RIP Jimmy Fallon has been trending on Twitter. Yeah. Even worse, when they heard I died, Ticketmaster kicked me out of line for Taylor Swift tickets. And I go, this is terrible. This is awful.
If you ever needed proof that the dude doesn't have any real humor left, this was it. People on Twitter continued to roast Jimmy Fallon like a Christmas dinner. The J-Man put out a tweet, albeit too late to try and rebound with humor. Whoever started this trend, I'm going to rip your soul out of your nose and shove it up your grandmother's penis. Jimmy Fallon, do I sense transphobia? And after the meme was long since dead, the late night television show writers decided to resurrect its corpse.
I paid $8 for that blue check mark in the sky.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that clip. I found it as enthralling as a tapeworm tickling my ass on a Friday night. Late night TV shows are a bit painful these days. If it isn't vaccine dance numbers or some fat English dude, oh, James Corbin, dancing and singing with Ariana Grande or holding up traffic in LA. It's like this. Jimmy Fallon may be alive, but Lord knows late night television is certainly dead. It amazes me that Lily Singh was given a late night TV show and she couldn't beat this. Like, my God. Oh, I would use these late night television show clips to torture terrorists. I can't get through that whole video, Stu. You can't. You can't expect me. The applause button goes off. Good Lord, look at the roots. Look at him. A shallow husk of his former self. This is what happens when you sell out to the man. As I laugh, awkwardly realizing that's my future. Well, anyway, if you look at the engagement tweets from Twitter, it's 1,400 likes after 12 hours. On a Twitter page with 4 million followers. Bro, Jimmy Fallon is doing dark side field numbers. Big ups.
Yo, nailed it.
Nailed it. Show banner? Okay.
Ooh, that stings, Rance.
Yeah,
that stings.
Elon put the kill on free lunches. I've already touched on that, but there was a news site that gave a little bit more insight into it.
We came back upstairs to an
extremely empty office, but honestly, we were just so proud of our productivity.
Funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
Elon Musk says free employee lunches at Twitter HQ are costing more than $400 per meal because almost no one was in the office. Average occupancy of the office over the last 12 months was below 10%, and at one peak, 25% of people showed up to work actually at Twitter. Musk was tweeting Sunday after the New York Times reported that Twitter employees would have to start paying for lunches themselves.
My God, someone who makes $200,000 would have to pay for their own lunch? Horror of horrors.
He said criticism of the move was especially bizarre given that almost no one came into the office, adding that there was more people preparing breakfast than eating breakfast. They don't even bother serving dinner because there's no one in the building. Twitter spent $13 million a year on food services at the San Francisco HQ alone, Musk said.
It is transformation, right? What the hell do you transform at Twitter? Dude, I've seen so many TikTok videos from tech workers showing off their fabulous lives, getting these amazing meals, and 9 times out of 10, like, you rarely saw people there. You know, it'd be like one chick in line getting this amazing meal and like 4 people behind the like server desk. It made no sense. Well, because people on Twitter are criminally insane, and of course, Elon Musk is now seen as a supervillain, this was somehow an issue.
He fired 3/4 of employees. Now he's planning to starve the rest of them. He's a failure incarnate. Mr. Musk planned to begin making employees pay for lunch, which has been free at the company cafeteria.
Oh no, adults pay for lunch. Do you know how many adults around the world don't even eat and they work all day? The height of privilege. We've got first world problems.
For the I bring my own lunch crowd.
Because, yeah, it's now time to shame people who are like, I bring my own lunch to work.
That's a shame, but not relevant. Twitter was a company that provided lunches for the employees for free for 10 years, and has now abruptly stopped because of its CEO as a cheap pile of garbage. This is nuts. Having employees stay on campus for lunch benefits the company as much as the employee. Musk wants the employee to sit long hours and full weeks, but will now be encouraging them to leave and find outside alternatives for food.
Oh my God. The Twitter employees now have to live like hunter and gatherers. They have to scavenge the land to find a meal. One Twitter worker said they were going to carry a bow and arrow package. They're in San Francisco. Twitter's probably surrounded with food joints.
For lunch, we decided to go downstairs to Bar Vegan. If you haven't tried it before.
I work at a hospital. We can't leave the premises for lunch because there's always a possibility of an all-hands emergency. We can buy food in the cafeteria, bring our own, or have something delivered. I'm sure Twitter employees can manage.
How dare you, madam, equate being a hospital worker to being a Twitter person? A Twitter person is the guardian of free speech all over the world. You just help people who hurt themselves because they're bigots. Is there any more? Do I have to read more? Oh my God. That's it. One more, Stu.
Twitter pays an average salary of $146,000 per year, which is $70 an hour. Twitter pays the bottom 10% $100,000 a year, and the top 10% over $200K. How will these people ever survive without their free lunches? If any of them live in the Bay Area, they may as well be making $75,000 a year.
It's getting to the point where I genuinely don't know what's real or satire anymore. This is what makes Twitter so weird. If someone makes a lot of money and the progs don't like them, it's all eat the rich. But if somebody makes a lot of money but they lean to the left, it's all you don't understand. Where they live, 200K is not a lot of money, you idiot. So what is it? Is 200K you rich, or is 200K you dirt poor? I remember when IRS was trending on Twitter, and all the people were like, anybody with over $600 in their account is up to illegal activities. And I'm like, no, anyone with over $600 in their account isn't retarded with their finances. They're not dark side Phil, you freak. God, I hate this job. Another moment in stupidity. Twitter workers are taking to Twitter to try and make Elon Musk look like a jackass. And then they get fired and complain about being fired. Rule number 1 in the 48 laws of power: never outshine the master.
Did you just lay off almost all the info and then make some sassy remark about how we do batching? Like, did you even bother to learn how to GraphicQL works? Elon Musk tweet, by the way, I'd like to apologize for Twitter being super slow in many countries and apps. You didn't get shit on your info if you don't know what the fuck was, while you're also scrambling to rehire folks you laid off.
Is this chick out of her mind? You wanted to be fired. You can't go to any boss and publicly try to make them look like a jackass.
LOL, I just got fired for shit.
Bye, bitch.
I said it before, I'll say it again. Kiss my ass, Elon. For all my former teammates, we built some dope shit together, and I'm so proud of our team and everything we did.
Twitter sucked before Elon. It was boring. It was repressive. You had no fun. After Elon, it has been weeks of nothing but straight fire. Fun, fun, fun. Every 5 seconds. I love what Elon's doing, because Twitter sucks. And it should burn. This man single-handedly made Twitter more interesting than Saturday Night Live's been in years.
You a real one.
We stand you.
And I stand you.
I have spent 6 years working on Twitter for Android, and I can say this is wrong. Money nerd techie. I have been a developer for 20 years, and I can tell you that as a domain expert, that you should inform your boss privately.
Oh my God, bunny nerd. What are you doing with common sense?
Trying to one-up him in public while he is trying to learn and be helpful makes you look like a spiteful, self-serving dev. Maybe he should ask questions privately, maybe using Slack or email. Oh boy. At Elon, with this kind of attitude, you probably don't want this guy on your team. Elon's like he's fired.
Brilliant. Love it. Get out. I do the same. I do it too. Goodbye, Eric. Goodbye. Oh, wait, there was one more. Oh, my God. They're doing stuff I'd never do. They're doing stuff I was too afraid to do when I worked fast food. Who would hire these people afterwards? Why would you? I wouldn't.
Well, I guess it's official now.
Yeah, looks like you're out of a job, Eric.
Doubtful this would have happened if you had just answered his question in earnest, rather than first complaining that he should reply to your public tweet in private. Regardless, good luck to you. Eric comes back and goes, I still got fired.
Someone else is Sebastian.
Why are you complaining? You must have seen this possible outcome.
Exactly. How do you not see this coming? Elon's like those old school no-nonsense bosses. You spit in his face, you can guarantee there will be retaliation. And it is swift. You get fired publicly and then assholes like me laugh at you while we do orange justice. Twitter must have employed the most entitled people they could find in all of San Francisco. You see, the new boss doesn't take no mess. What do? Do you A, keep your mouth shut and put your nose to the grindstone? Or B, mouth off to him publicly? That's right. The correct answer is B. Mouth off and lose your job while publicly making sure that any other company would probably avoid hiring you. Ugh, the keys to success. What? I cannot stress this enough. What happens next, Ellie? Guess I just said goodbye to the ghost of my dream job forever. Salute, heart, twerps. You are world class. Love where you worked. Hashtag one team, no team. Just when I thought things settled down for a little bit, the train goes off the rails and crashes into a neurodivergent school bus. On the 16th of November, the Musk put out the final solution email. Elon Musk demands Twitter staff commit to long hours or leave. The new Twitter CEO and sole director Elon Musk sent the company-wide email reminding employees of the social media business on Wednesday, demanding they commit to working long hours at high intensity or receive 3 months of severance pay if they didn't consent to these conditions or support his vision of Twitter 2.0. The email pretty much had like a yes or no button you could click. So people clicked no. It was obvious this was a test to see who was capable of doing their job and who was there because they were odds are an entitled diversity hire that specialized in TikTok posts and Instagram pictures of their lunch. Needless to say, the bold move was a double-edged sword, for a night at best. Twerps who fancied themselves above working long hours and taking orders took the 3-month severance package and quit, but not before raising as much hell as they possibly could, like a teenager fired from a McDonald's job from being the fry cook. One employee, I'd put money on it that this person was a woman, added her angry message to the Twitter HQ board, ending with worthless billionaire. That's an oxymoron if I've ever saw one in my life. Other employees posted on Twitter about quitting, as if they were heroes of a war.
30 seconds left. 35 seconds.
You have like an atomic clock.
Oh, he's got his thing. Everybody here? We're all about to get fired from Twitter. I've been here 9 years and 9 months now. Same with you.
Right.
How long were you here?
4 years.
4 years?
2 months. 9 years and a month. Oh, were you not living?
No, he was after. Wait.
Oh,
10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Yay! Hooray! That's a lot of pomp and circumstance.
All right, let's go see Barbara.
Okay.
This is funny. He's gay.
Wow. You don't want to work with a guy you don't like. That's not a flex. That's privilege. And I'm sure you feel like you're storming the beaches of Normandy with this post, but to the rest of us, you're a total chode. Some employees were locked out of the building. Others were supposedly or allegedly locked in. It was like the Hunger Games if it was gay as hell. It wasn't a smooth transition, but change never is. That it hasn't been a dull moment since Elon's been in charge.
I was laid off from Twitter this afternoon. I was in charge of managing badge access into Twitter offices. Elon just called me and asked if I could come back to help them regain access to the HQ as they shut off all badges and accidentally locked themselves out. There's like 50 people stuck in a Twitter parking lot garage in Sun Valley right now. The barrage arm won't go up because the badges are disabled. News: Twitter just alerted employees that effective immediately, all office buildings are temporarily closed and badge access is suspended. No details were given as to why. We're hearing this because Elon Musk and his team are terrified employees are going to sabotage the company. Also, they're still trying to figure out which Twitter workers they need to cut access for.
It sounds accurate. Most of these people believe themselves to be activists.
Offices will reopen on November 21st. In the meantime, please continue to comply with the company policy by refraining from discussing confidential company information on social media, with the press or otherwise.
Sounds logical and reasonable under contract? Rumors began to spread like wildfire that Twitter was dead in the water. It would break overnight. I, on the other hand, slept like a baby, high as a kite. None of these rumors were true. Progressives tend to treat everything that they don't like on Twitter like a world-ending event. For an entire night, everyone that hated Elon Musk's Twitter was acting like Darkseid fell during an emergency pre-stream where he needed money. It was the absolute worst outcome, and nothing but bad could come of it.
For those who want to know, the news is not good. The news is very grim.
Rip Twitter. Goodbye, Twitter. With Twitter. Damn Twitter. Breaking news. Reuters is reporting that public version of Twitter is reportedly at risk of breaking during the night.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
And here we still are, reading stupid ass tweets. Oh, did I mention that Elon Musk hired back Ligma and Johnson? So there is a silver lining to this cloud. Supposedly in an email for remote Twitter engineers, Elon Musk says he wants to speak to people on video.
Only those who cannot physically get to Twitter HQ are excused, but if at all possible, I would encourage you to fly to San Francisco to present in person. He'll be in the office till midnight. Zoe further says that she has a hard time believing that this email was real, so they're going to look into it.
I'm not looking any further.
We're hearing that only about 250 Twitter engineers are on the list to meet with Elon Musk today. We don't yet know what this means in terms of how many people plan to stay with the company.
Who cares? If you got 250 people to actually do something, what do you need 7,000 that pick their ass for? On the 18th, Daddy Musk lifted some bans. Ironically, people took issue with this for some reason. Then I found out Babylon Bee made a trans joke, so pretty much, by today's standards, that makes Babylon Bee a Hitler. Can I say Adolf Hitler still, or is that one of the bad words in this site? Anything I do is bad at this point, so whatever. Kathy Griffin also got her account back. And in typical Kathy Griffin fashion, she has decided to act like an unceremonious dickbag.
Dear Space Karen, no thanks.
Kathy Griffin spent days demanding she gets her account back and making an absolute spectacle of herself. Then, when all the clout and interest faded, she wants to act like she never wanted to be back on Twitter. Whatever. Keep making cringe TikToks of Rosie O'Donnell, proving that neither one of you are funny in the modern age.
Yes, what we're doing.
Is it facing us though? I can't tell.
Yeah, we're right in there.
Okay. So just talk slow. What do I do next? So first,
So
do I have to hold the red button now?
You don't have to hold the red button. It's going. Now, if you want to make a quick cut, now we keep recording.
All right. So the real purpose of our trip today, I'm at Rose House.
Yeah.
I am very...
The next day, the Musketeer tweeted out the code review. With his new Twitter staff, the people noticed something strange. There were no women. This means that Elon Musk is a filthy bigot and a misogynist, and quite possibly a closeted homosexual. Of course, seeing the staff now consisted of mainly men who could program and code, female dating strategies Twitter had to weigh in, because why wouldn't they?
This tweet is a perfect illustration of why more women don't work in tech.
Have you not seen the women that worked at Twitter's TikTok videos? They did anything but work. Silence yourself.
I can barely read the first pic because men have god-awful handwriting.
Wow, such an astute observation. Your big takeaway was their handwriting's bad. They need women. And if they had a woman out there to write down the ideas, you'd still bitch.
I can smell the second picture.
Oh, stop it. You don't even know what a man smells like. You would know what the picture smelled like if it was a room full of cats.
The third pic illustrates how much dick riding of ugly egomaniacs you have to do to keep a job.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe, be qualified for the job. Something our country has forgotten.
Goodbye. Patronizing.
Shockingly, Elon Musk wasn't done yet. After posting a patriarchal tweet of showing men doing work, the Musketeer put up a public poll, Roman Emperor style, about reinstating Donald Trump, or as he's known by progressives on Twitter, as Tweetler. While the news of the Red Emperor did not go over well, children, and Twitter lost its proverbial mind.
It's over. We are screwed.
CBS was so upset that they literally put out a video telling people that they were done with Twitter.
And Musk has called for an emergency meeting for all remaining engineers. In light of the uncertainty around Twitter and out of an abundance of caution, CBS News is pausing its activity on the social media site as it continues to monitor the platform, Major.
CBS News was done. And then they started tweeting again the very next day. Frankly, nobody cares about legacy media anymore. And the numbers don't lie. CBS can tweet something out and it has 8 million followers and gets about 50 likes. Pack it up to whoever you hired to do tweets. It's a waste of money to pay them. Then Twitter users began to go insane. We're not going to read them all. Ain't got time for that.
Elon Musk, at Elon Musk, allowing Trump back on Twitter was the worst decision.
Really? What does this do to you, Richie Resist? What does it do to you? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Since Elon Musk thought it was intelligent to reinstate an insurrectionist, the real Donald Trump back on Twitter, with his false narrative still in place, I'm going through and reporting every one of those posts. If those tweets are not removed immediately, I will be suing Elon Musk because he blocked me for a week for calling somebody a dumbass. I wasn't trying to cause an insurrection like Donald Trump did.
Listen to me when I say this to you. Most of these people on Twitter that are bothered by this are mentally unhinged.
Dear Elon Musk, no one wants Trump back on Twitter. Sincerely, all Americans.
Well, the poll says 51% wanted him. Majority wins. How come when the votes don't go the way of progressives, it's always rigged? But then you can say that to the Republicans, too.
Donald Trump is a killer. Elon Musk wants to be his accomplice.
Okie dokie. Let's just go full on.
Well, Elon Musk, by allowing Trump back on Twitter, you might as well close the company now. Not a good decision.
Thanks, Walt. I'm glad cooler heads like yours tend to prevail.
How many Americans will die because Elon Musk brought back Donald Trump back into Twitter?
How many more of these do I have to read? I really don't want to read any more of these. They're absolutely repugnant. It's like I'm reading the machinations of criminally insane people. People that have no life.
Brooklyn Dad.
Don't leave Twitter, you guys. If you leave, the twice impeached boneheaded insurrectionist inciter and his smooth brain followers win. That's crazy talk.
You know what's crazy? Taking this personally. That's crazy. If you're actually the dad of someone, I worry about the child that you will produce. Could you imagine that's your dad? Like, hey, bro, your old man's crying about Trump on Twitter again. We're gonna beat you up. Well, if that wasn't enough, Google and Apple stores started to threaten Musk and his version of Twitter 2.0. And that's where we are now. A never-ending hellscape of Elon being funny and the system wetting itself off the possibility of something changing the narrative that we've so gotten used to. While Twitter has been publicly tight-lipped about how many people use the company's mobile apps rather than visiting twitter.com, the browser, the company's 2021 annual report didn't mince words. Our release of new products is dependent upon and can be impacted by digital storefront operators. So basically, Google and Apple are ready to rein in Elon Musk any way they can because, God forbid, people make Trump memes. It might hurt someone that's neurodivergent with words. This is America. Oh, I forgot to mention that SpaceX has just bought big ad campaigns on Twitter for Starlink. So I guess Elon Musk is rectifying the possibility of losing sponsors. And you know what? Good for him. If he can do that to get around a bunch of people being complete and utter nimrods and Starbucks, Elon Musk is going to have Trump back on Twitter. And then Starbucks is like, oh my God, no. Our neurodivergent barista, what was his name, Daniel or something? He can't handle another emotional blow like Trump tweeting. And the funny thing is Donald Trump doesn't even want to be on Twitter. So what does it matter? It doesn't. Well, that's your Elon update for, I don't know, the last 2 or 3 days. I pray to God there won't be any more. Till next time, my dear sweet musketeers. Oh yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, share videos. It really does peeve off the people at YouTube that don't like me. Hey, stick it to the system. I'm your weapon. Hey, it's that time again. I'm giving away the Modern Warfare 2 PlayStation 5 for Christmas. You know the shtick. Rate, comment, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. To enter the contest, remember to add sub to Gundam in the comment section. And share the videos on Twitter with the hashtag. Hell, if you want extra points, try Facebook. Why not? Remember, the winner will be announced in the community post and on Twitter, where I can contact you personally through the DMs and make sure that there's no confusion or bots tricking people. Sorry, this is limited to the US due to the fact that packages like these have either gone A, missing, or B, come back to me damaged and open. Good luck out there. And what the hell's coming up? What, Stu? Thanksgiving. Okay. A happy Thanksgiving.